Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Courtside with Coach Crist. I'm Greg Crist, joined tonight again with my good buddy Dave Gorby, who always helps me out in the time of need. Kind enough to come on the show with me. Appreciate you joining us tonight. And again tonight, we're coming to you from Pinheads Bowling Alley, as you might have already heard. And we really like this place, again, because of the atmosphere and some really good food. And I had Dave eating some food there before we got on the air. And he was supposed to present it so the camera could see it.
I don't know what happened to him.
And I don't know if he spilled them or what. They're all gone.
Yeah, there they are. Golly, just out of camera distance.
He had some chips there rolling on, and I said, Darren, he was eating a nice looking sandwich when I came in. So just want to let everybody know that Pinheads Bowling here is located on 617 Jones Avenue down here at the end of Jones, and come in and get you some good food. If you don't bowl, if you do bowl, it's a bowling alley. Yep. So you can listen to some good vintage music and have some good food and get you a game or two of bowling in, a little fun, family fun entertainment. And I saw some dude, they posted on their website, some guy won $800 in here the other night doing something.
Man.
I don't know what that was. He had a big spray of cash. I was like, Dad, come on. I didn't see it.
Yeah, hang out Pinheads.
Yeah. So a pretty neat place. So if you get a chance to come over, drop on in, and show them some support here. We try to do this from local businesses, and if one's willing to have us more than once, we'll be glad to come more than once. Mm-hmm. And we like the atmosphere. Got a little noise going on here. Got a lot of kids in here running around. Mm-hmm. A lot of young people. Yeah. And Dave, one thing I mentioned, I don't know if you ever bowled any, but I was watching this boy I had in school here, Matt Kessler. He's bowling right now, and I was watching him bowl. And I noticed something that I've seen from a lot of bowlers, even on a professional level, they don't put their fingers inside the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that or not. I don't know if that's something that just started or, I don't know what it is. We never did that. I mean, I never saw that when I was young growing up, and we used to bowl all the time and watch bowling on TV, believe it or not. But I've seen some professionals on TV bowl that way. They don't put their fingers in there. They just kind of hold the ball in the palm of their hand.
They bring the ball up.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I can't be doing that.
They sling it and spin it. And they'll roll it down the side, and it'll hug the corner edge so long. And
ice on the shoulder right there, elbow, everything.
Yeah, I tell you what, Matt's a good bowler, man. He's rolling strikes. And like I said, they hold the ball with two hands, and they kind of just let it rest in their palm, and then when they throw it, they kind of both hands back and let it go. And I saw a professional play like that one day, but I don't know anything about bowling, so I don't really know if that's something that a lot of people do these days or what. But I was watching him, and he seems to be doing pretty well. Just watching here again. Yep. Got that curve on it right in the pocket.
He left two out there.
Yep. I guess he knocked 8 down. Anyway, we're coming to you from Pinheads. We appreciate Pinheads having us. And if you get an opportunity to support Pinheads, get on in here and buy some food, get you a game or two of bowling in, and have a good family evening. It's a neat place. And from what I understand, the food is really, really good. Yep. And, I've had food here before, and it was really, really good. But a lot of good food, a lot of good fun. So come on in and check them out. Our show, again, I like to tell people what we're trying to do here, just so they'll know. People that know me know what we've done for years. But, our goal here is to create a show that is focusing on high school athletes. And we try to focus on our local high school athletes. And, we try to interview some of them with the COVID and everything going on now. It's kind of hard to get anybody in here actually to interview them face-to-face. We'll do more of that as the COVID calms down. But we try to get these high school kids recognition for their accomplishments, try to get them on TV and get their names out there so people know about them and know what they're accomplishing. And our local area needs this. We need to recognize these kids for the good things that they do, because we've got a lot of good stuff going on around here. And, we're winding up basketball season now. And just for everybody, so everybody will know, our game Saturday with Nicholas County is now off. Nicholas County having a few issues, and they're trying to get straightened out before the tournament starts. So I guess our next game will be Tuesday
night, traveling to Fairleigh. Going to take on the top seed in the section, Greenbrier East.
Yep. Really good basketball team. We saw them earlier, and they're pretty tough. So, big challenge ahead for the Red Devils, but there will not be a game Saturday, just so everybody will know. And anyway, we again like to try to mix in some different interviews occasionally, and as time goes on, we'll have more and more. We like to get some Mountain Air players on, and some old Mountain Air players, and maybe some Marshall players, and I'll let you interview them, Dave. And
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so try to get some people of some celebrity. We like to get some of those folks on occasionally just to spice it up a little bit and get more viewers, and then we can recognize our high school kids to even more people.
If it's Monty, Jimmy Parker,
you're good.
That's about
it.
That's about it. Nah, I'm just messing there.
Yeah, just kidding. We've got, and I've had, Tamar Slay was supposed to have been on years ago, and he'd be a good one we'll have on at some point. Who knows? We might get Monty on here. I don't know if he can come on and talk or not. He might. Because, you like to talk. You like to talk to them about, and this is what people want to know about. They want to hear about their time in college and what it was like, and playing for this coach and that coach. And a lot of them don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. They don't like to relive it. And I know I had talked to Kevin Pittsnoggle about coming on. He don't like to do interviews, period. And but he basically just said that he didn't like to
relive.
Yeah, he didn't like to live the glory days. He liked to focus in the present, and I guess he's got enough to focus on. I think him and his wife have 8 kids, so he has plenty else to do besides interviews. So anyway, that's kind of people we try to get on, talk a little bit about the glory days, and we've had Joe Mazzulla on, we've had Kevin Jones, John Flowers, had a lot of those guys on. So we'll try to squeeze some of those guys back in here at some point once we get rolling. But that's what we try to do. We try to recognize the high school guys, and again throw in some other forms of entertainment as we go. Speaking of that, we also have Rusty Udy. It's on every week with us, and I say every week. And then today, I don't know if he's going to be on or not. He's actually covering a game, and informed me that he didn't know. At first, he was supposed to cover the girls' game over there. It got canceled. So then he said they moved him to the boys' game. I don't know what boys' game he's doing.
Yeah, that it's lucky to have a boys' game because you get on Twitter and some new game has been postponed, and so.
Yeah, I know several games postponed tonight. I saw 3 in the area.
I think Nicholas was supposed to play Independence tonight.
Nick was playing Independence. That was canceled. And the girls, of course, Woodrow girls canceled. So I don't know. I don't know what game Rusty's on. He might just be telling me that because he don't want to be on. But I told him if he got free for 5 minutes to text me, we get on the phone. So if we stop all of a sudden and go to a commercial and then come back and I'm on the phone, you'll know we got Rusty. Rusty usually does a segment we call Rusty Nails It. And in the past, in a regular normal season, Rusty comes on and talks about the teams that are playing well and the big games that are going on and who he thinks is going to win. And he's extremely knowledgeable and fun to listen to.
Yes.
So that's always entertaining segment. So we don't know for sure if we'll have that one tonight or not. We'll see. Tonight we're going to look back at some of the scores from this week. We did have games across the state. Not a lot of them, but there are some games. We'll look at some of those scores. There's been some girls' sectional scores that have unfolded, so we'll go over those. We've got the final AP top 10 out, boys and girls. So we'll look at the top 10 from each class on both the boys and girls sides. That's going to take a little time, so we may not have time for Rusty. How's that, Rusty? Hope you're listening. Also, we're going to look at the boys and girls sectional alignments. And again, we've had some teams that I know on the girls' side, I think there's a total right now. Before I heard tonight, this game was canceled. 6 girls teams already are out of the tournament. I saw today.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. I got them on a sheet here. I'll look over those here in just a little bit. But we'll go over the sectional matchups we got. We'll try to look at our local ones more than anything else. But we'll look at all of them. We'll talk about all of them. And a lot of them we don't know anything about them. But we'll tell you who they are and where they are. If you want to go watch, you'll be able to go watch. And also tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about the North-South All-Star Football Classic. And that's something that was canceled out last year. Back on track to have it this year, I'm assuming, as long as everything goes okay. They'll be able to have that. And we're going to talk to Bob Mullet. And I don't know if you are familiar with Bob Mullet. I am familiar with Bob Mullet.
Yeah, I think the first time I heard his name was he wasn't one of Golly Bridge's last football coaches.
Well,
maybe next to last or something like that.
Well, I don't think he was that, but he was a coach a very renowned coach at Golly Bridge. Everybody loved him, knew him. He was there before I coached there, and I coached there 84 to 88. I was a
he must have came back
he did come back for a year
at like 2000 or something like that.
Yeah, he did come back for a year or so there for Golly Bridge. But he's coached a lot, and he's the game director for this North-South All-Star Classic. I was able to track him down this week, so we're going to have him on.
All right.
Talking a little bit about that North-South game, and I might ask him a few questions about. I'll tell you a funny story here when we go to break. But I might ask him a few questions about his glory days, maybe.
Okay.
Because he had some, and like I said, he was beloved in Golly Bridge.
See what he thought about Scrabble Creek?
Yep. See how he liked the Scrabble Dome. That's what me and Dave Zickfuss used to call it, the Scrabble Dome. And so we'll talk to Bob about his days maybe at Golly Bridge a little bit, get him to reminisce a little bit. And also, and I'm looking forward to springing this on him, the Shoot to Three segment where we ask you 3 off-the-wall questions and give him 30 seconds to answer, or he has to suffer some unbearable pain that'll be inflicted upon him for not answering the questions in 30 seconds. So we'll get all that done and talk to him a little bit about the North-South game. We've got the rosters for the North-South game. Again, I'm probably not going to read the whole roster, but we've got some local kids that are playing, fairly local, Fayette and Raleigh County kids, maybe some Greenbrier County kids playing in the thing. So we want to make sure we recognize those guys. And we may go ahead and read the whole thing, depending on how our time is, what kind of time we're looking at. So we've got a few things to cover tonight. First thing I want to talk about, we also got our Athlete of the Week, which, again, I need to talk to you in the break about. I might let you announce it. But we had the boys' West Virginia Hometown Invitational Tournament we talked about last week with Tom Sears, and that thing wrapped up last weekend, and we got the results from that. The final results on Saturday, they were able to pull it off. I think they had one or two games that was canceled out, but they got the rest of them in. Harmon defeated 100 for third place in Division II. So that's the smaller school division. Harmon defeated 100. They won the third place spot. 100, of course, finished fourth place. And then in the championship game, Riverview knocked off Meta Bridge 52-47. So that was the championship game in Division II. Meta Bridge been in there several times, won it 3 or 4 times, but not able to pull it off this time. They got beat 52-47 by Riverview. In the Division I, which is your bigger schools, in the HIT tournament, Clay Battelle and Tulsa played for third place. We know South Harrison, who we talked to last week, was playing. They were playing that night against Tulsa. South Harrison defeated Tulsa, so they advanced to the championship game against Greenbrier West. But Clay Battelle knocked off Tulsa 67-55 for the third place in Division I. And in the championship game, Greenbrier West knocked off South Harrison 73-63. So that was your championship game of Division I. That was Greenbrier West's second appearance in the boys' championship game, and they've won it both times. So they've been in it twice. They won it twice. So it was South Harrison's first chance in the D1 championship game. Came up a little bit short. Riverview, they won the D2 championship in their first year. This is the first year Riverview's been in it, and I thought Riverview was a little bit bigger school.
They hit the wrong T there. I think when they opened, they were probably a small double A, and
they opened up. That's what I thought.
I mean, you think about it. Mountain View's starting to be
right.
I guess Mountain View's just single A now.
Yeah.
I go if it was 3 classes, Mountain View's single A.
Yeah.
And you think about Big Creek and Yeager. They're it's just how Southern Coalfield has been.
Population.
Dwindling down, and that means they're in single A basketball with 4 classes. So.
Yep. Well, that's unfortunate, but I do remember when they were double A when there was just 3 classes.
And I have, just like you, I've been to both of those schools that combined in the Riverview.
Yeah. Not a lot going on down there. Like I said, Southern Coalfields are drying up, I guess, for lack of a better term, and I guess they're just losing kids, Anyway, Riverview's first year in it, and they won the D2 championship, so congratulations to them. Meta Bridge has been to the D2 championship game 7 times, and they've won it 4 times. And, of course, the first year we had the boys hit tournament was 2011, and there was no Division II then. There was just one division. We all played in the same division, and of course, Midland Trail prevailed. No thanks to me, but anyway, we won the first one, and we were heavy favorites to win the next year. We only lost, I think, 3 games that next season, but one of them was the game I was telling you about. We played Buffalo in the Big Atlantic tournament on Wednesday night. We beat them by 32 points. We played Buffalo in the hit tournament on Friday night, basically 2 nights later, and they upset us 74-72 on the last second shot. So, it goes to show you how things can happen like that. And, we were, like I said, heavily favored to win 2012, but thanks to me, we were able to lose in the semifinals. So, anyway, that was Chuck Elkins' squad down there. I always told Chuck that was his biggest win in his career, was beating us in that hit tournament, in that big upset. So Chuck's a good friend of mine, but yeah, that kind of stuff happens. So you never take anything for granted. But anyway, they wanted to thank the South Harrison High School principal. His name is Dr. Greg Moore. And, of course, Tom Sears, the athletic director. They did a great job hosting it this year. With the COVID, they had to move it to South Harrison. And everything went well. They handled the protocols and kept the social distance, and everything went good. So they were able to get it all in. So congratulations to that hit tournament again. Going on quite some time now. Getting ready to head there. I think the 11th year. Yeah. Again, and it's a good tournament. The purpose was good. The aim was good. Everything was good. And, it was a struggle sometimes getting teams to buy in. At one point in time, we had 24 teams playing in it. And, then with consolidation and then the change in the class system, move teams up to AA. And you don't have some of the teams left that used to participate in it. So that's cause for losing some teams. And then, obviously part of the goal was to give these teams an opportunity to avoid the private schools. I mean, that's pretty much true. The goal was, and we didn't say that, but really and truly, that was it. Was to try to get these guys some exposure and playing in a tournament-like atmosphere. Without having to get destroyed by Wheeling Central or Charleston Catholic or one of those teams, and we all dealt with that. So now in that single A division, there's only, I think, Greater Beckley's in there, Mercer Christian maybe.
I don't think Mercer's. I don't think Mercer's in SSAC.
Okay, it seemed like there was one more.
Wood County Christian. I think Wood County Christian was getting in the SSAC.
Okay, so maybe it's them. I don't know about Cross Lanes. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't know where these teams are falling, but there weren't very many private schools in there, and the ones that were in there were not traditionally good. It wasn't Wheeling Central, Charleston Catholic, people like that. So Trinity and those folks. So it was a lot of these smaller schools. So hopefully they can keep that hit thing going. And even though 8 of those teams will make it to the state tournament in that Class A, there's still going to be 20 of them that don't. So give them a chance to do something fun here. All right, let's get us a break in, and when we come back, we'll talk about our Gino's Pizza Athlete of the Week. Then we'll probably take another quick break. I'll get Bobby Mullen on the phone. We'll talk a little North-South All-Star Football Classic coming up this summer. And they had to cancel it out this year, but it's back on this coming year. And I know they're looking forward to that, and I know the kids are looking forward to it. And we've got some local flavor in it, so a little bit of interest here for our local folks as well. So stay with us. You're watching Courtside with Coach Crist. And again, you can watch on Roku, Facebook Live, Sunlink Channel 5 in Lewisburg when they're not covering a Greenbrier County game. So we appreciate you tuning in, and want you to spread the word that we're on the air every Thursday night. So stay with us. Get us a break in. We'll be back after these messages. welcome back to Courtside with Coach Crist. I'm Greg Crist, along with my good buddy Dave Gorby. Dave steps in and helps me out just about all the time, and I appreciate him coming over here to Pinheads tonight to help me out. And we are doing the show live from Pinheads Bowling Alley here on Jones Avenue in Oak Hill. And again, nice atmosphere in here. A lot of fun stuff going on.
It's actually kind of filled in since we've been here.
Since we got here.
Yeah, and there was people here when we got here.
Yeah,
too, so.
Yeah. I think most of these people probably piled in here because of us. They want to see.
Absolutely,
kind of like watching a live show on ESPN. They want to kind of like watching game day. They all want to see us. See what's
we got this autographs, $10, pictures are $25 right over here. So
actually, I don't think anybody's even looked at us. I don't even think they know we're in here. But yeah, nice atmosphere, fun place to be. A lot of little kids in here bowling, and a lot of neat stuff. So if you get an opportunity and you want to come in and have some family fun, this is the place to do it. And if you want to come in and get some good food, this is the place to do it as well. They serve really good food here. You guys sampled it out tonight before I got here, and looks like it was pretty tasty. Look,
maybe.
Yummy.
I don't know.
Like I said, you spilt yours, so you don't really know.
I know. That's what happens.
All right, we are up to the point where we do our Athlete of the Week. And again, Gino's Pizza sponsors that Athlete of the Week. And they're kind enough to give the Athlete of the Week a certificate for a free pizza. They give them, I think, a coupon for a free biscuit at Tudor's. She has a nice little certificate that she presents to them. And then, of course, they get their name broadcast to millions and millions of watchers all over the world. So, they really, it's a claim to fame for them, and they really changes their life, really, I think. So we try to do that each and every week, and we take nominations. And we got a couple nominations this time, and I've talked to Dave about it here during the commercial. I feel really bad about this, having to announce this, especially because I don't know that it meets the standard of a Gino's Pizza Athlete of the Week. That's about one problem I have with it.
Yeah.
The other problem I have with it is it's my own son, and I don't want anybody to think that there's any vote tabulating chicanery going on in the background. I don't have anything to do with it. I let my panel of experts decide. And big problem we have right now is nobody's playing. It's hard to get anybody.
Yeah, like you say, Curtis hasn't played a game in a few weeks, it seems like.
Yeah, well, they were out they got 14 days, and then they had an extended out.
And then you have Meadowbridge with Coach Ladwell.
Yeah, they've been out for a while and not getting to play a lot of games.
And then there's Oak Hill, So.
Yeah. So we don't have nothing against Sammy or any of the other selections. You just don't have a whole lot of kids to choose from right now. But now with baseball season getting cranked up, we might see extra kids and see some kids doing some extra stuff. Only problem is Trail and Oak Hill's the only ones that have a baseball team. I don't think Meadowbridge does. We'll also have girls softball going on. Yeah. So
you got track starting too.
Track starting up. So we'll have some folks to choose from. And
Oak Hill had a tennis match.
They did. Day before yesterday.
Tuesday.
Yep. Day before yesterday. I saw them over there.
So get on there and nominate.
That's right. Yeah, if you know somebody had a good tournament over there, a good match, nominate them. All you got to do is get on Facebook. I did get a suggestion today for a guest people would like to hear, so I'm gonna try to contact him. I won't say who it is in case we can't get him, but I'm gonna try to get him on here in the next week or so. And talk to him. So we did get that, and we got a nomination or two for Athlete of the Week. So send those in if you have a submission for somebody you think deserves the recognition for Athlete of the Week. Send them on in here. We'll look at it and let those guys vote on it. And you can't get them chosen if you don't get them nominated. And we only get to see so many of them. So Dave coaches at Oak Hill, and I go watch all their games. So we don't get, unless they're playing somebody in the county, which they don't. We don't get to see anybody else. We've seen Trail. I've seen him once, and so it's hard to. We did have a Trail player win at one week. He had an 8-3, so in the game. So that was John Paul Morrison won it there. So we have had some. It's been spread around pretty well. We've had I think one boy from Oak Hill, one girl from Oak Hill. We had a boy from Meadowbridge. Had a boy from Trail so far. So it's been spread around a little bit, but we'd like to get it more wide into more sports and that kind of thing. So anyway, Sammy Crist is go ahead.
And this is also for middle school, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Middle school, cheerleading, doesn't make any difference what it is. Any activity they're involved in school, let us know. I mean, if they go to a history bowl and win, we want to recognize them, you know. We're an equal opportunity recognizer. We don't care if it's sports or academics, whatever it is. We'll recognize them. So get your submissions in. All you got to do is get on our Facebook page or on our Roku channel. I think you can message on that, I believe. But you can definitely do it on our Facebook page, and you can't do it on the Roku channel. And or send us a text, or you got our phone numbers, whatever. Just get a hold of someone and let us know about what's going on with these kids, because that's our purpose. We want to recognize the kids and recognize their accomplishments, get them some recognition, and that's why we're doing this. So, but we need help. We need everybody's help out there, because it's a lot easier for a whole bunch of people to see a whole bunch of games than it is for a few people to see a whole bunch of games. So get your nominations in, and if you have a guest that you'd like to see, somebody you'd like to hear on the show or see on the show, let us know that too. We'll work ourselves to death trying to get them on. So make sure you contact us and stay in touch with us. We like that. We want that interaction, and I'm going to be posting more stuff about people interacting and just to get a little bit more interest in people watching the show and that sort of thing. I think once people start watching and see what we're doing, I think they'll be loyal watchers.
Yep.
I know when we used to do this on the radio, we had a lot of loyal listeners that listened every week, and because they liked what we were doing. And I think once people get the word, I mean, a lot of people don't know we're doing this right now. Once they get the word and they hear about the channels, they know where to go watch, how easy it is to watch, and then how awesome we are at it, then we shouldn't have any problem getting people to watch.
Yep.
You agree wholeheartedly, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Get 3DP back
there you
there.
go. There you go. 3DP was a big hit when we did it on the radio.
Exactly.
Of course, he has a face for radio, and that's why he was so popular. I think was that he did a little prediction segment there for us.
He was doing good on the food distribution today. So maybe we can nominate that. Smooth handoff there.
Yeah, he does a good job like an ops guy.
He just wants that pizza.
That's right. That's what he wants. That's right. Anyway, Sammy Crist, our Geno's Pizza Athlete of the Week. Congratulations to Sam. He had a 20-point and a 19-point game, consecutive games against pretty good competition, Bluefield and Princeton. Finally came out of his funk just a little bit and started playing a little bit better. Of course, his mother said, when I told her about it, I said, I feel a little funny about doing it. She's like, yeah, really. And he hasn't been rebounding very well, and he keeps turning the damn ball over. That's what she told me.
I'm going to throw this. He's been shooting the ball good.
He's been shooting it well. That's it. There you go. So congratulations to him, and he will share the pizza. I guarantee you that. So anyway, congratulations to him. Again, if you got people you want to nominate them. Get them out here, because we want to know who they are. All right, we're running just a tad bit behind, and we typically like to have our first interview going by 7:20. Obviously, we were 10 minutes late for that. So we're going to take us a break. I'm going to try to get a hold of Bob Mullet and get him on the phone and get ready to talk a little bit about the North-South All-Star Football Classic coming up in June. So we hope you'll stay tuned for that. I'm Greg Crist. That's Dave Gorby. We are coming to you live from Pinheads Bowling Alley and Jones Avenue in Oak Hill. We hope you'll stay with us, and if you can spread the word, we hope other people will tune in and be with us. So we'll be back after these brief messages. Welcome back to Courtside with Coach Crist. I'm Greg Crist along with Dave Gorby. And I'm sure you can hear in the background that we are coming to you live tonight from Pinheads Bowling Alley on Jones Avenue here in Oak Hill. I need to get out and pay them a little visit here if you want some good food and a good family night of fun out here rolling that bowling ball around. So come on out. We are fortunate enough now to be joined with somebody that a lot of people in this state know very well. He's well known throughout definitely throughout the athletic circles in West Virginia. And here in the last several years, he's been the game director for the Parmar Friday Night Rivals North-South All-Star Football Classic. And we are thrilled to have him on. I got a couple of stories I want to tell concerning him and see if they're true or not. But anyway, we are lucky enough to have Bob Mollett on with us. And, Coach, we appreciate you taking a little bit of time to join us and answer some questions tonight.
Greg, glad to be with you tonight, buddy.
All right. First thing, the first thing I thought of was, I don't know if you knew it or not, but back in the day when I first started coaching, I coached some football down at Golly Bridge, and I was Dave Zickafoos's assistant coach there for about 4 years. And I'll have to tell you that I'm surprised that there's not a big statue of Bob Mollett somewhere down there on Scrabble Creek. Let's be honest with you.
Well, I used to love Scrabble Creek, and I grew up there and on Golly River, and loved playing back in the day with John Houghton and those guys at Golly, and loved the competition there, and in Clay County and Nicholas County and Fayette County. Back in the day, we had like 7 high schools in Fayette County, so a lot of great competition. Right.
Yep, it was good, and I know a lot of people enjoyed your time there. I think, didn't you come back? We were talking a little bit here before the show started. You were there for a while, and then you left, went some other places, but then you come back to Golly Bridge for a year or so.
I came back to Golly Bridge, and we ended up going to the playoffs. We ended up.
That's right.
We had an 8-2 team and went to the playoffs.
You could have ran for mayor of Golly Bridge and won that hands down, I'm sure.
I enjoyed Charlie Keenan.
Oh, a good fellow, wasn't he? good folks down there. I enjoyed my time down there. I taught there for about 7 or 8 years and coached football there for a few years, and really enjoyed my time there. It was a good place, a lot of good people. Anyway, you are the game director for this North-South All-Star Classic, and that thing got canceled out, of course, because of COVID last year, but looks like we're back on for this year. And I know you guys are excited about it, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, get the word out around here about what this thing is. And I'm gonna try not to talk so much myself, but I want you to talk about what is this All-Star Classic, what's all about. What's going on with it, and just that sort of thing, how you got started and all that. If you don't care, just to dive in and take it away.
12 years ago, they came and asked me to be the game director, and I was very apprehensive. I'd been a lot of things. I'd been a coach, a college coach, and I'd been a professor, and I'd been a county commissioner and House of Delegates, but I'd never been a game director in my life, and I was kind of apprehensive, but that was 12 years ago. And from then, that's one reason we call it the WCHS Fox 11 game, is because we've got television involved and radio.
Right.
And our game is showing in the state on 2 televisions live on game day, which will be June 19th this year at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
And also you can download it anywhere in the country.
Right.
You can download an app and watch this game worldwide, countrywide. And that's been a big move for us, plus all the radio help, newspaper help we get. So the kids get a lot of press out of it.
Right. Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
We brought back from the 50s, we brought back the parade. South Charleston Mayor Frank Mullins is a tremendous mayor, and he supports us so well.
Awesome.
Him and Vicki Vaughn with the CVB there in South Charleston. We have a parade on Friday. And that parade, it'll start around 4:15 on Friday, and then we go to a banquet for the kids. It's called the Hall of Fame banquet, which we have 3 guys going in our Hall of Fame, and then at 6:30 we have a family reception at the Holiday Inn.
Wow!
So Friday is packed full of all kinds of stuff. We also this year will do something new. We're going to honor AAA and AA and Single A state football champions in our parade and at the game, along with our Hall of Fame. And I'll mention the Hall of Fame because of a well-known Fayette County guy Jody McCallum from Fayetteville will be going to our Coaches Hall of Fame, North-South Hall of Fame.
Yep.
From Fayetteville.
Yep.
And he went on to play for WU. And we got Mike McCoy, who played at Parkersburg High School, and then Marshall. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame. And Ron Terry from Buffalo Wayne High School, a great football and baseball coach, and then eventually Spring Valley's new school AD. So with the Hall of Fame, with the reception, with the parade, Friday is a really tremendous day for our kids and our teams. And in our parade, we'll have 250, 300 kids recognized in the parade. We also brought back cheerleaders. About 5 years ago, I got with Barb Brunetti out of Liberty High School in Harrison County, and she works and brings in like 30, 40 all-star cheerleaders to be a part of our game, and that's really added a lot to the game. So that's great stuff. And then, of course, on Saturday, we have autograph signing with like Don Nealon, Carl Lee, Chris Massey, some NFL people, and also these inductees this year, Jody and Mike and Ron. They'll be there to autograph people. So a lot of activities, as well as we have inflatables at the game for kids. We have a lot of great support from our sponsorship people. And, of course, we go out. It takes us 7 months to put this thing on.
Yeah.
It's a pretty high-priced ticket now. It takes a lot to put all this on for all these other things.
Guarantee, and that sounds awesome. I know a lot of people don't realize that there's other things that's more than just a football game. You got a ton of stuff going on. That's awesome on Friday. That sounds like a good time. People need to get out and take advantage of that.
One thing also on Friday night at about 7:30 is they have the North-South All-Star Boys Basketball game.
Right.
So that weekend is packed with the basketball, the parade, banquets, and the football on Saturday. So it's a great weekend for Southern West Virginia, especially.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a packed up weekend, and that's your whole purpose there and everything is genuine, and it's a great event. And just the fact that you throw in this extra stuff, that's just icing on the cake, and that's fantastic for our youth, and like you said, for Southern West Virginia. Now, you mentioned the fact that it is being televised. That's kind of sponsored by the TV. The television stations, WCHS and Fox 11. Is that correct?
Yes, they're one of our title sponsors. But what's the blessing about this game in the last several years, we have sponsorships out of Wheeling, West Virginia,
right.
Liberty Distributors. We have the Modern Woodland sponsorship, the Panhandle Clean Restoration out of Wheeling. We have the West Virginia Coal Association, Geno's and Tutors, Tyler Trucking out of Southwest Virginia, Chick-fil-A, Hill Group Insurance. Of course, it takes we got some sponsorship out of Lewisburg this year. So, because I go to both Panhandles, I go to Fairmont, Clarksburg, Charleston, Huntington, anywhere to pick up a sponsorship.
Right.
Because what we do after the bills are paid, we give out scholarships. The West Virginia Athletic Schools Coach Association, which sponsors this game, that's who's behind the whole game, is we give out a lot of scholarships. We've given out nearly $100,000 of scholarships in the last 10 years.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's great. It gets even better. You guys, I know, COVID got us last year. Are there things in place right now? And I want to talk to you about that and the ticket information or how all that works. But are there going to be COVID protocols in place this year, or how's all that going to work?
Right now, we have some backup plans, some plans for different things. We feel, and I'm working with people here in Kanawha County, West Virginia State University, which is a great host.
Right.
Nate Burton, AD down at West Virginia State's a great AD, and he's helping us out quite a bit. Coach Pennington, the football coach, they're really big behind us down there coming, because we stay 1 week at West Virginia State.
Right.
We stay in the dorm at Dawson Hall and feed the kids at State.
Right.
And we've got things that the kids will have gaiters to wear when they're by themselves. Right now, we can test the kids if we want to. We've talked to people about testing the kids.
Right.
Right now, myself and others, Coach Mark Montgomery from Liberty High School. He's my assistant director.
Oh, good friend of
Coach
mine.
Montgomery. Mark, he's been given his shots. I've had my shots, the vaccinations. We hope that most everybody that shows up will be vaccinated by then.
Right, by then they should be, yeah.
But we have, what we will do, we will take the PA people, and we will tell them if you're not with your family you're in your household with, just like they're doing high school sports right now.
Right.
We will have them spread out as much as possible, and we'll encourage wearing the face mask. And again, we hope that most of people will show up will be vaccinated as far as that goes.
Right. Well, now the game's at South Charleston High School, is that correct?
It's at South Charleston High School. They have a new AstroTurf from last year. It's a beautiful stadium.
Great.
It'll be there. Donnie Mays, he's one of our on-site directors, the head coach of South Charleston. They're great people to work with. And Mayor Mullins, Frank Mullins' staff, they're wonderful people to work with, help us with everything to do logistics of the game in South Charleston. And you can't find a better place to watch the game.
Right.
We always enjoyed it at Laley Field, but Laley Field, seats 12,000 people. It's so big.
Right.
That going to a stadium like South Charleston, which probably seats around 5,500, 6,000, it's a better atmosphere for the kids.
Right. Yep. 3,000 or 4,000 people seems like a packed house, and it looks like a lot of people.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Well, let me ask you this: the ticket information. I know. Do people have to? Is there any tickets they have to purchase for Friday or anything like that, or
no? We pay at the gate. They're $8. They're $8 tickets for everybody. Again, the money we raise from the game and our sponsorship goes right directly to the kids, to feed the kids, to house the kids. Our football players that come to camp, the West Virginia State Police, they sponsor a game, the practice jersey. The North-South, we have sponsors for the game jerseys. The kids get different T-shirts that we give in a pack for them. So the kids get a lot out of this, and then after the game, we'll give out at least 10 to 12 scholarships of $750 apiece.
Awesome. Man, that's awesome. That's fantastic, Coach. That sounds like a daggone good event and a lot of good stuff going on, and it just seems like it's getting better and better. I can remember when you guys first started this, and now it just seems like it's grown and gotten so much better than each and every year it's gotten better. And so I think there's a lot of interest, and again, that's why we wanted to get you on here. We knew that a lot of people would like to hear about this. So it's pretty exciting stuff. I got one last question to ask you about the players in this. How do they get selected? Who chooses the players?
Well, what happens? The Coach Association, and we meet generally at the Super Six. There's 10 directors in the state. Charlie Maynard, our executive secretary, treasurer. Wes Eddy's the president of our Coach Association. We bring in the directors and we select a coach from the North and South, and we try to spread that around to make sure everybody gets a shot at it that joins the Coach Association.
Right.
And then we, after the coaches are selected, they select their own team. They send out ballots to every high school, and every high school can nominate up to 3 kids. Okay. And then they send their nominations in, and then they pick 36 kids from the North and 36 kids from the South. And they'll select 5 alternates from the North and 5 from the South. The game directors, myself and Coach Montgomery, we direct everything, but we do not select the team. That's left up to the coaching staff. Matter of fact, our coaching staff, Darren Hayes is from North Marion, and his staff is Stephen Harbert from North Marion, Gary Lambert from North Marion, Nathan Tanner from Parkersburg South, and Britt Sherman from Martinsburg. And then Ray Lee from Greenbrier East, the head of the South. And he has Jake Harper from Greenbrier East, assistant. Aaron Baker, from Greenbrier East. Zach Davis from Nitro, and Mark Workman from Liberty Raleigh. So the kids from all over the state, the coaches from all over the state, the cheerleaders from all over the state. So it's definitely a well-rounded, spread out throughout the statewide event.
Yep, good statewide event. This is awesome, and we are excited about it. The date again is June 19th. Is that correct? And then on Friday, June the 18th, you got all kinds of stuff going on as well for people to come down and participate in and enjoy. So sounds like a fantastic event, and hopefully we can get back with you maybe right after, see how everything went, and get your reflections on it, and some things you might be looking forward to doing the next year. Now, Coach, I got to tell you, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We have a press day on Tuesday. We'd like to invite you down to.
Okay.
On Tuesday, June 15th at 12 noon at West Virginia State, in their cafeteria, we have press day luncheon, which we feed the press, and we have radio, TV, newspaper from all over the state. So you're more than welcome to come down to that and eat lunch and interview every player you want to.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. We will definitely try to take advantage of that for sure. What we try to do here is get recognition out to these high school athletes all across the area and all across the state. So we may take you up on that offer. That sounds like a good day.
Because Jeff Campbell I don't know if you know Jeff Campbell.
I know Jeff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, Jeff's our media director, and he tries to send something out to every radio, newspaper, TV around so that you'll have updates of the kids, awesome. The activities. Because, see, our kids, every night they go either bowling, swimming, movies. The kids get to go out every night to some kind of great activity. And all that is paid for by the Coach Association, our sponsors, and just like the scholarships and the food and everything.
That's awesome.
So I encourage people to come out, and if anybody ever want to be a part of this game as a sponsor, all they got to do is get a hold of Coach Mullet, and we'll take care of it.
That's awesome. That sounds like a fantastic event. We're looking forward to it, like I said. And I've known kids around in this area that's been played in the game actually, and I've heard nothing but positive reviews about it. So I know you guys do a great job. So just keep up the good work now.
Thank you.
But before I let you go, we always do one thing with our interviewees here. And you might hang up on me, but everybody we interview on here, we do a little segment called Shoot to Three. And what we do is we give you 3 questions that are just off-the-wall questions, nothing to do with sports or anything like that. And you got 30 seconds to answer the questions. And then, of course, if you run out of time, you have to face some pretty severe punishments and that you may not ever get over. But we like to ask these questions just for a little entertainment purpose. So if you're willing to play along with us, I got 3 questions.
Ready to go.
All right. First one is, who is the most interesting person that you've ever met? You hang up on me?
No, I've met so many.
Thought you might have hung up on me.
No, I would say A. James Manson was probably the most interesting.
He was an interesting character, wasn't he? He had that program called REAP, I think was the name. Was that the name of it? REAP? Yeah. Went around the state, cleaned up old cars and stuff.
Right.
Oh, he was a character, something else. All right, here's the next one. If you could be a fly on the wall, who would you choose to listen in on and why?
Well, I'm a great Don Needham fan, and Don's been a good friend of mine for years, helped North-South. I've listened to Coach Needham because of the wisdom that he has about not only football but life. So Don Needham's
awesome.
One of my faves.
Awesome. All right, and the last one is, if you were to get arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume that you had done?
Probably ate too many cakes or pies.
All right, I'm going to write that down so I can remember those. Coach, listen, we appreciate you playing along with us there, getting goofy. We appreciate you coming on and giving us information about the North-South game. Sounds like a fantastic event. We know it is, but we want to get the word out there to everybody and let them know, and hopefully people will flood that place down there and give these kids the recognition that they deserve, and you guys as well for the great job you do. Mark Montgomery, actually, I went to college with Mark. Mark and I are good friends, and so I know he does a good job for you as well. And
well, I go way back with Mark. I know his dad, Bill. I coached against Bill when Mark was a player.
Yep, I remember Bill.
Then Mark's been close all since his about junior year in high school.
Yeah.
So we've been knowing each other a long time.
Yep, he's a fine fella, I tell you that. He's a good person. Anyway, Coach, again, I appreciate you more than you know. Coming on and sharing this information with us. And again, we learned a lot tonight, so I'm sure our viewers learned a lot as well about this game. We're looking forward to the game, and we can't wait. We think it's going to be a great event. We appreciate you so much.
All right. Thank the Lord for your calling.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Coach
Bye-bye.
Bob Mollett, the game director of the North-South, what do they call it, the TV Classic or something. They're going to show it on TV. So it's the North-South football game. That the way we've come to know it, the North-South football game, and that thing has gotten bigger and better every year. It's grown and grown and grown. And if you know Coach Mullet, when he's doing something, he's doing it.
He's got to do it right.
Oh yeah, he does it full force. And I know he don't really know me, but I've known him, who he was, for a long time. In fact, the story I was going to tell, we were coaching at Golly Bridge. Coach Mullet, I think, was coaching at maybe Van or one of those schools down that way. So I'm pretty sure it was Van because they were the Bulldogs.
I remember him coaching at Van.
So we go down to play a game one night. They were good. Van was good. But we get down there and we go in the dressing room. You know how you're milling around before the game, so the kids start filtering in, starting to get dressed. There's this big dog house out in front of Van's dressing room. And I assume they were going to run through it or whatever, So our kids are getting dressed, and they start moving towards the door to get ready to go out on the field for our pregame. We hear this drum beating and this dog barking and yelling and screaming, and it was Coach Mullet inside that dog house. Our kids were scared to death. They were like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get killed tonight."
Oh man!
So we proceeded to go out and get killed.
Intimidation right there. It worked.
That left an impression on me. But he was a heck of a football coach, and always had good teams. And like I said, he come back to Golly Bridge that one year and went to the daggone playoffs.
Yeah,
and they had struggled mightily for years, And he's a heck of a football coach. And like I said, he does a good job with this North-South game. It's gotten bigger and better every year. And I know Coach Montgomery's the same way, fully dedicated. Again, I went to college with Mark, and him and I we're pretty good buddies. And I know he puts his all into it too. So big event, nice event, and we'll bring it up periodically here on the show and talk about it a little bit to remind people to go down and check it out on June 18th. Then the game's on June 19th. I guess I just kind of hung up on him. Be a great event for people to attend. So we'll keep talking about it, and then a little bit of time we got when we come back, we're going to quickly look at some of the local players that are on that North-South All-Star roster. It'll be the South people, of course, that we're looking at locally. And then real quickly, we want to touch on the local sectional tournament games we got coming up. So let us take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at those real quick before we call tonight. So we appreciate you joining us here on Courtside with Coach Crist, Greg Crist, Dave Gorby. We'll be back after these messages. Welcome back to Courtside with Coach Crist, Greg Crist, Dave Gorby, coming to you live tonight from Pinheads Bowling Alley here on Jones Avenue in Oak Hill. And we've said it several times, and we'll say it again. You want to have a good night of family fun, come on out to the bowling alley. You want to have a good night of food, come on out here to the bowling alley. You want to come and get a cold drink, you got all kinds of beers and everything on tap for you to enjoy. It looks like a lot of those craft beers.
I thought she was about to bring us that plate.
I did too. I thought we was getting ready to sample on air. No, we didn't get no chance of that. But anyway, we appreciate Pinheads for allowing us to come in here and do the show. Great host, great atmosphere, and like I said, if you get a chance to come out, you ought to come out and enjoy some of this good fun. A lot of good stuff going on here. A lot of young folks bowling, eating. You see everybody around eating food, bowling, just having a good time. So good place to be. Anyway, we talked to Bob Mullet about the North-South All-Star Football Classic, and we wanted to quickly go over some of the local kids. We got a few local folks playing in the game, so we wanted to make sure we got over those real quickly here for you. And all of them, of course, are going to be on the South because we're in the South. So these are all the local kids. Nate Baker, Greenbrier East, and I guess that's his dad, who's the assistant coach, I think he mentioned. Caleb Jantois from Richwood High School. we're pretty familiar with him. We called several Richwood games, and he played quarterback for him, and a heck of an athlete.
I'm familiar with the Greenbrier East kid. He's a big kid.
Okay, Nate.
He was a linebacker, and he was like a tight end, H-back type this past year. The year before, they ran a stick eye. He was the first guy.
Oh, okay.
And then they had a pretty good.
Guy.
Then number 2 in basketball was the second guy.
Right.
Then they had about 250 pounder as the third guy.
So they just kind of ran it right at you, huh?
There you go.
All right. Also from Greenbrier East, and this is the number 2. I think you're talking about Quentin Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Who that is?
Yep. That's it. That's him.
Yep. I thought so. Keandre Sarver from Summers County is in the game. Isaac Adkins from Liberty Raleigh, Jace Colucci from Woodrow Wilson, Sean Pennington from Liberty Raleigh, Colby Piner from Greenbrier East.
He was a tough kid. He actually didn't play last year, but I think he's a pretty good wrestler.
Right.
And he was kind of their main guy this year,
right.
and he was tough. He was tough when we played him.
Yep. Eli Selvey from Oak Hill.
I think I know him.
Familiar with him
he was
a little
tough. He played safety. Started safety the past 2 years here at Oak Hill, and I think he may have started over at Fayetteville as well.
Yeah, I think he did too. Not the biggest kid in the world, but pretty
he goes
tough.
hard.
Yep.
He goes hard. He likes
tough.
getting his nose in there.
Yep. Caleb Bower from Wyoming East, and also there's one more here.
That was their running
right,
back.
a good running back.
Yep.
Josh Riley from Wyoming East also on the list. So as far as local folks go, that's pretty much it. And again, the game is June the 19th, June the 18th. All kind of events going on prior to it that we didn't know about. So good weekend of fun down there. And South Charleston ain't that far away, so you ought to get down and take advantage of that. It'd be a good time. Yep. We also wanted to quickly look at some of the local sectional games going on, when and where those are going to be. And again, we'll try to keep this local since we're running just a little bit behind on time.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Rusty didn't call in tonight.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had time for it.
Yep.
Region 3, Section 2. This is Tuesday night, and that'll be your guys, Oak Hill. We'll be taking on Greenbrier East over in Fairleigh. And also in Section 2, Woodrow Wilson, the number 3 seed, will be taking on the number 2 seed, Princeton Tigers. That's at Princeton.
Yep.
Both of those games are at 7 p.m. On Tuesday nights. And the championship is Thursday night, and that'll be at the higher seed. So get out there and support the Red Devils or the Flying Eagles, whoever may be your squad. Let's see what else we got going here. Locally, we got
probably AAA.
Yeah, we got Region 3. I'll make sure I'm not leaving anybody out. AAA Region 3, Section 1. Pikeview will be playing at Shady Spring, and that is Monday, this coming Monday at 5 p.m. That's at Shady Spring. Not sure why they're playing it so early, but 5 p.m. Pikeview at Shady Spring. The number 3 Independence is at number 2 West Side at 7:30 p.m. Then their championship game is Wednesday. Again, not sure why they're pushing it up there so tight. It might be baseball related, not sure. So trying to get some stuff in, so it won't conflict, I guess. Region 3, Section 2. This is the opposite side. Sissonville is at Herbert Hoover. Sissonville 4 seed, Hoover 1. That's at 7 p.m. Wednesday night. And number 3, Nicholas County at number 2, Midland Trail at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night, April 21st. We'll be covering that game, so hopefully they'll get to play it. No COVID issues, so hopefully they'll get to play that game Wednesday night, Midland Trail and Nicholas County. And let me flip on through the list here in Double A. Don't know that we have any Double A's real close by. Summers
probably be the closest one.
Summers and Bluefield, that's Region 3, Section 1. Summers plays at Bluefield, 7 p.m. on Tuesday, April the 20th. Liberty Raleigh is at Mingo Central, 7:30 on Tuesday, April 20th. That's Region 3, Section 2. That's the other side. So the Liberty Raleigh Mingo Central winner takes on Chapmanville, who's a 15 in that section. So one of the few teams that has that. I read some interesting stuff about the sections and the regions, the way they're set up. If I don't forget, I'll try to bring it next week. It was talking about how many teams only have to win one game to be, how teams are traveling past one another to get to get to different places. So let me look here quickly at Single A. I know we got
Region 3.
Yep. Region 3, Montcalm is at Riverview. That's Tuesday, April 20th. Thursday, April 22nd, Montcalm Riverview at James Monroe. Tall task there. And then number 3 is at number 2, Greater Beckley, also on Thursday, April 22nd. Their championship is on Saturday, April 24th. So then on Tuesday, April the 20th, Region 3, Section 2, the other side, Meadowbridge at Webster, Richwood at Greenbrier West. There you go.
And when was the championship for that?
Championship was Thursday.
Thursday. Yep.
Okay.
Thursday at 7. Yep.
All right. So that championship Thursday, that's our local boys teams. Local girls teams, basically where we're at girl-wise is that Oak Hill's already been defeated, so they're out. I think Meadowbridge, I'm not sure if they were, or I thought I heard where they had lost as well. Midland Trail, they take on Sissonville on Saturday for their side of the sectional championship.
Okay.
So I do know that locally for the girls. And I want to try to find Meadowbridge here real quickly. I don't want to leave them out. I'm all together here, and I was planning on going through them all, but you know how time just slips away.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Let's see. Greater Beckley defeated Mountain View, and Riverview defeated Greater Beckley. James Monroe defeated Montcalm. Webster County knocked off Meadowbridge. Yep, they defeated him on Tuesday night. So that game was in the books as well.
Yep.
So our local teams, for all intent and purposes, other Midland Trail, are out. Midland Trail again plays Saturday at Sissonville in the girls sectional. So Tuesday night, our boys play. Oak Hill plays. Wednesday night, Midland Trail plays. We'll be at Midland Trail for that game. So get you filled in on those the best we can, and we'll try to have some scores for you next week, and we'll try to leave some time. Sometimes these interviews, you get to talking to people, and you hate not to let them keep talking because they're giving.
So Midland Trail plays on Wednesday.
They play Wednesday night. Yes,
and we
the
play
boys
Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
the boys squad, and then the girls play this Saturday.
Okay.
Girls play Saturday.
Okay.
Then the Oak Hill boys play Tuesday. Midland Trail boys play Wednesday. Okay.
Yep.
Got all that straight.
Sounds good.
Everybody can remember all that. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight and listening to some of our foolishness. We appreciate you. We're coming to you from Pinheads Bowling Alley. We appreciate Pinheads allowing us to come in and do the show from here. Again, great atmosphere, great food, great fun for your family. If you want to come out and have some good entertainment, this will be the place to do it. We're on 617 Jones Avenue. Real easy to find.
Yep.
I got to do is punch it in. Yep. So, Dave, I appreciate you taking some time to join me tonight and helping me out.
Invite again.
I always like for you to be here to help me. We can make it a permanent thing if you're ready to commit. So all you got to do is sign the contract, big guy. It's out there for you.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll
negotiate. Gotta get that pen.
We'll negotiate the salary.
Yeah. Sure. That's the hold up.
Yep. That's it. All right. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Again, I'm Greg Crist along with Dave Gorby. Darren McGuffin on the camera there, taking care of all the technical stuff.
Oh yeah,
and does a great job with it as well. Puts on a great product, no doubt about it. All right, we're getting out of here. We appreciate Bob Mullett joining us tonight. Thank him for the information on the North-South game. We'll have a follow-up on that later on. Hopefully, we'll talk to Coach Mullett again after the North-South game is over. Get his feelings about the game. We'll also be back to report to you on all these sectional games. We look forward to seeing you Wednesday night over at Trail. For Dave, I'm Greg. We appreciate you again for viewing, and we will talk to you Wednesday night. Good night, everybody.